Hello, beautiful people. Today is the day. Guys, today is the day. My body woke me up very, very early this morning. So clearly the Lord is like, let's get to it, sis, because you are procrastinating. For those of you who are new, my name is Shay. I am currently packing up my entire life to move to Bermuda for a job opportunity. Also, I really feel like that is where God is calling me to be right now. So if that journey is going to be of interest to you, please stay tuned and feel free to subscribe if you want to. So, guys, for those of you who have been here before, you know I have been procrastinating packing since I found out last week, Wednesday, that this was an option, and then agreed to take the job offer on Saturday. I am leaving next week, Saturday. I bought my ticket last night. I'll put in a little bit of footage if I know how to do that in my editing yet. If I don't, just know my ticket is bought. But I'm officially starting to pack. Packing can be quite overwhelming for me. I am used to packing up my life, to be quite honest. If you didn't know, I went to boarding school at 15. I went back and forth during breaks. Then I went to school in Tennessee. Then I moved to Jamaica to finish college. Then I packed up my entire life and went back to Bermuda for 2 years before packing up my entire life to come to England. So this is now where we are. I am currently in England. I have been in England for 5 years now, going on 5 years, just about. This year makes 5 years. And just when I thought I was settled and I was good, the Lord changed my heart. And he said, hey, can we think of Bermuda as an option, as a place to be? Because when I tell you all, in my world, I just graduated with my master's in counseling and psychotherapy. I'm somebody's therapist, y'all, and I love it. I was like, okay, Daddy, I love you. Let's go find me an apartment in Birmingham. I am ready to move. I'm ready to do this thing, this whole adulting stuff that is completely overrated. But no, I went home in December, and for the first time in my entire life, I felt this pulling to be back in Bermuda. And when I say for the first time in my entire life, for the first time since I left Bermuda, I've actually wanted to go back to Bermuda. And that's never happened before. So God definitely did a change in the heart situation, because my mind and my heart was not thinking of that. So now that you know I'm used to packing up is quite overwhelming for me. If I didn't say that already, I can't remember, but it is. So I really like to have a strategy, especially when I have to pack up so much. I think I'm going to keep my room pretty much intact for the most part. I'm going to get rid of my bed, but my clothes and different things like that will definitely be coming with me, because your girl loves some fashion. So my rough plan is to go through my closet, go through what clothes and materials I know that I cannot take back to Bermuda. Bermuda is a very hot and humid place, and I'm also going back during the summertime. And can I just say, as a sidebar, mentally, physically, I'm not ready. I have not been in the type of heat that Bermuda will bring for a very long time. My body is very acclimated to the UK and its weather and the coolness and the breeze. So I know I'm going to struggle, but that's going to be okay, because God knows your girl needs air conditioning. So hopefully he will help me out with some air conditioning. But on another note, I'm just going to go through and see what clothes are wise for me to take, and what clothes obviously need to stay out here, and then I will just put those in the garage. So the reason I say that's a rough plan is because for me, when it comes to packing, I like to pack and repack and then repack my repacks. I don't know if that's just me. If it is, that's fine. That's just how I am. When I went to Paris, I was going for 3 days. I repacked 3 times. Why? I don't know. I annoy myself with that habit. So with this being such a large pack up, I want to say I'm starting early, but really, I leave next week Saturday. So I need to do what I need to do with the time that God has given me. So I'm just going to take you guys with me on the journey. Probably do some B-roll footage to just let you see my process. I'm going to do a couple of piles. Obviously the pile of what I'm not taking, what needs to go into the garage, what's still a little bit tight for me that might fit me when I come back to the UK. Because I have been losing weight. So there's some items that I'm just like, oh, I absolutely love this, that I don't want to give away, that I do have faith will fit me. So I have like 2 or 3, because I'm not doing that anymore. I used to do that so much, just, oh, it'll fit me one day, it'll fit me one day. I'm not living in the one day. Although I did just say I am keeping a couple of clothes items. I'm not living in the one day on a large scale. Just on a smaller scale, I'm gonna live in the one day. Because it has happened. Like recently I had a couple of items that I loved that I did not like sell or send back, and they fit me. It's such a fulfilling feeling. But anyway, I'm gonna have some clothes that, yes, I'll put in the garage, and that will be my one day items, which is literally 3 items, so don't come for my life. I'll have some clothes that I want to sell or give away, but since I'm leaving so soon, I think I'm really just gonna give them to someone else. I can use the money, but there's blessings in just giving it. So I'm gonna just give it, because cost of living in England is expensive, and I'm pretty sure someone might be able to benefit from that. Listen, board. I'm trying to do a video, okay? Oh, cranky house. No, I lost my train of thought. Yeah. Can I be honest? Like, can I be really honest for a minute? Of course you can. It's my channel. I'm tired of packing up. Like, I'm tired of this being my journey. Now, I'm gonna be obedient. I'm gonna listen. So if God says, hey, I want you in Bermuda, I'm gonna go. And maybe he gives this to me because I adjust quite well in different environments, or I'm just used to it. But guys, honestly, I really thought that at this point in my life, I would kind of just be settled. Like, I really want to be settled. I don't want to be in between. And with me going back to Bermuda, there's a part of me that's still like, I still want to eventually come back to the UK. I don't know if that'll be 3 years from now, 4 years from now, 5 years from now. I will wait on God for that. And then also have to be open to the possibility that he says, hey, I actually just want you in Bermuda, full stop. But I really I just want to be settled. Like, cool, I went to boarding school, that was great. I honestly just thought my life would be, okay, go to boarding school 2 years earlier before college, go to college, come back home, live my life, right? But that ain't how it's been going, y'all. It's been boarding school, moved to Southern for 2 years, moved to Jamaica. I had to redo my entire degree. Jamaica for 4 years. After Jamaica, I spontaneously left for Bermuda, stayed in Bermuda for 2 years, and after that, packed up everything, came out here. I've been out here for 5 years. What I can say about this move is that this is the one place where I know that I still have my room. Other times that wasn't the case. Many times when I moved, I had to let go of so much stuff. I'm so used to just buying clothes and letting them go. I'm very used to it, to the point where it's like I don't feel planted. I don't have this one place where it's like, okay, this is where I know a bulk of my stuff is. You know, like, it wasn't until recently that my birth certificate's here, my books are here, my baby pictures are here. Like, this is now my place, which I'm very grateful for that I have this. But it's also like, Lord, I really wanted my last move to be my last move. Honestly, I didn't expect at 30 years old to be packing up and having to start over and stay with someone for a couple of months and see if I got a full-time position, to then move into my own apartment. And like, I'm ready to be on my own. I'm ready to move into my own apartment. I'm ready to fully have my own space. I love living with my dad. I love my dad. We're cool. Our personalities, we vibe very nicely. We leave each other alone. We're very introverted people. But I say this entire rant to just say, like, you know what the moral of the story is? The moral of this story is, when you give your life to Christ, you are giving somebody else the steering wheel. You're giving somebody else the steering wheel. Now, we have a choice whether or not we want to be obedient, because I could have said no. I could have said, no, Lord, this is what I want to do. But I'm at a place in my life where I want to do what God has for me more than anything else, because I've done things my own way. And let me tell you something, it ain't work out. It ain't work out, okay? So I have learned the hard way that God's way is honestly the best way. And although, yes, I am just like, Lord, I don't want to move. Why do I have to go through this again? I'm also like, Lord, thank you for guiding my life. Thank you for speaking to me. So it's recognizing the feelings that I have of, man, I really didn't envision this being something that I would have to do still, but also being like, God, I just want to be in your will, and I am glad to be here. I'm just a little bit tired. You know, it's going to be a lot, but we're going to get through it. So let's go to my daddy's room. Hey y'all, ooh guys, we are starting a new feature. I have officially joined the voiceover club and I am excited. I was battling when editing this video to see if I should just leave y'all and let y'all watch me work, or if I should make this more of a conversation, which is really more so one-sided because y'all aren't talking back to me. And as you can see by hearing the sound of my voice, I have turned this into a conversation. But no, seriously, I wanted to just come and share with you guys just a lot of my thoughts. Like, even if you looked just now, this was a really emotional process for me. I didn't think it would be emotional. I kind of just, I was like, I'm going to throw on my podcast, catch up on some episodes, because although this looks like it took 2.5 seconds to do, don't let this time lapse fool you guys. This took all day. Like, everything throughout this video was an all day task. I woke up like around 7 something, as I said, and I did not finish probably till about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night by the time I really went through a lot of things. So it looks so easy and so quick on her, but it's a whole lot and it's so sad. But anywho, as I was saying, I don't know why I get so easily distracted. This was quite an emotional process for me, just packing up everything and seeing my closet as empty. It was like, this is officially happening. It took me out of my routine of just getting ready, running to my closet, having whatever clothes I want to have, picking it, and then going from there. Like, at this point, I started to live out of my suitcases. As you can see, I am separating what clothes I'm going to keep and put in the garage versus what is suitable for me to take back to Bermuda. And to be quite honest, a lot of my stuff I actually kept in the UK just because of how thick the clothes were. And then also a lot of stuff I ended up having to take out because I just couldn't fit it in my suitcase. But we haven't gotten to that video yet, so we'll talk about that when the time comes. But if you can peep my iPad, I'm actually watching one of my favorite podcasts. Very, very long form content, okay? But The Basement with Tim Ross, and in this episode, he was actually speaking with his wife, and they were probably talking about their marriage and how they got together and all of that. I love hearing people's testimonies and experiences in marriage, as I want to be married one day. My parents are divorced, and I have not had a good example of, well, let me not say good example. I have not seen a successful long-term marriage. So when I'm able to lean on the wisdom of others, I definitely like to take in as much as possible, because I would like for my marriage to be successful one day. I will not be a divorcee. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. But guys, listen, you can see me taking little breaks in between this, because when I tell you I was tired, like, and the breaks, although they look like 2 seconds on her, sometimes they were a good 5 minutes. Like, don't be fooled. So here I kind of just went through a little Amazon box real quick, just got a little dopamine hit after working so much on having to pack all these things away. Then I had a little popcorn break because your girl was hungry, and now it is finally time to put everything into the garage. And then the garage itself was a whole process, because I needed to figure out what suitcases can I use to take all of my stuff back to Bermuda, what was in those suitcases, and where do I put that stuff. So it was just like from sorting my closet to then packing everything up in the Ziploc, the very large vacuum bags, to then getting the suitcases. Like, I feel a little stressed even just remembering this whole process. And of course, found some heels that I was trying to be like, ooh, are these doable? Yep. Are they comfortable? Yeah, no, they're not comfortable. We're gonna give these away. And then you see me pick it up. This is me checking the label to see whether or not I really want to give it away. Because they were basically brand new. But I either got this from Target or Nine West. I think I got this from Nine West when I visited California once. But anywho, I found some hair, which you can tell how long I hadn't been in that suitcase, because my hair's been cut for going on 3 years in a couple of months. Where am I going with all these extensions? I don't know. But anywho, the black suitcase, that is definitely one that I took with me. Although the wheels are broken, I was just like, it's gonna have to make do, because it was one of the biggest suitcases that we had. So yeah, guys, that's about it for this video. I just want to say a huge thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you next week, Friday, for the next video. If you enjoyed this, give it a like. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to share it as the journey continues, guys. So much more in store. And I can say that as being in the present and editing this from a couple months ago. So see you later.